Okay, so the question is there any way to get around it all being so digital? Raise your hand if you're also in that. Can it not just be all online? Okay. We did, the lockdowns happened. Everybody forgot that there was a real world out there. Suddenly everything's online. But there is a local world you can work in still. This, yes, of course, you can do it locally. You've got to figure out, though, are there enough of the people you want locally? What's the niche? What's the need locally? Because it's different than what's the need globally online. That's not the same thing. So you still have to do all this stuff. The niche, well, okay, what's missing locally? It's one of the best questions around niche. What's missing? What's not out there? What's the thing that isn't being done? So you look around locally and say, okay, well, what's missing? You get a point of view around that. You gotta have the business model around that, but then you develop your the hubs. And hubs locally, man, that's much easier, even in a lot of ways, than online. I'm just gonna rattle off a bunch of things you could do locally that build community, build relationships, build your business. 1, you could consider hosting a hubs gathering. Yeah, a hubs gathering is where you map out other people who are reaching your ideal client. Yeah, you think, okay, who am I trying to reach? Where would I find them? So let's say you are a dog walker, right? And you say, I really want to find hubs. Well, what are hubs for dog walkers? Where else do dog owners spend their money quickly? Pet shops, vets. Dog what? Dog groomers. Walking places, there's locations, yeah. What else? Dog shows, good. Dog shows. Dog trainers, very good. Dog psychologists, dog whisperers. Really good vacuum cleaners, yes. Excellent. Okay, you get the idea. So if I were a dog walker and I thought I want to grow my business, I might reach out to the people who are doing those other businesses and say, hey, we all need to refer out to each other. And I would just love to meet a lot of you. Because people are always asking me for trainers, they're always asking me for groomers, they're always asking me for kennels where I can put, where their dogs can be when they're traveling. I get all these questions. I'm realizing I know there's so many of you out there. I just thought we should meet each other. Let's have a gathering. Let's get together just for a few hours just to meet each other. There was a woman in North Vancouver and she had just moved there. So sometimes you're new to a community. What do I do? So she did gluten-free vegan desserts. What are the hubs for her? Where is she going to find people who might be into gluten-free vegan desserts? What do you got? Health food stores. Animal rights groups. Yeah, vegetarian, vegan groups. The Celiac Society, the gluten-free societies, gluten-free restaurants, fitness trainers, yoga teachers. You get the idea. So you start to map all this out. And then she could host a gathering of those people. And you get them together. So maybe the first half hour, an hour, you're just mingling. In that case, she could cater it and actually feed them stuff. But then you have an hour of going around. You get 25 maximum. Everyone gets 2 minutes. What are you up to? Tell us about your thing. What'll happen is at the end of it, you will know, if you host it, you'll know who you want to talk to more and who you don't. And they will all remember you, though they won't all remember each other. Why do they remember you? You're the host. Yeah? And then you just go for coffee individually with these people and you just see what the fit is. What I said about, trying to find a fit with your ideal clients is the same with hubs. Is there a fit here? Is there a way, is there a win-win here? Could we help each other in some way? And by the way, helping each other, it just may mean that they say, what you're doing is so cool and me sharing that with my list is a win for my list. So, okay, 1, you could do a hubs gathering. You could, if a gathering is just overwhelming, you could just go for coffee with hubs. Once a week, go for coffee with another hub. Go meet at the Harry Barista, sit down, have a smoothie, and say, hey, just tell me about your work. What do you got coming up? What's next for you? Who's your ideal client? Who are you looking for? If I was going to refer somebody, tell me what's unique about your business. Learn about them. They will ask you the same questions, in reverse. And then, anyways, you see what I'm saying? You just start to connect with the local hubs. And if you do this, if you really sit down And then every time you meet a hub, you ask the magical question, who else should I talk to? Who else is in this scene that I should connect with? They'll tell you. You do that in a year, easy. You're the most connected person in that scene. Why? Because nobody does this. Nobody tries. Really. So few people actually actively engage the hubs thing. It's, you go to a workshop, well, that was a cool idea, and nobody does it. Nobody really works it. But if you start to keep track, you make a little spreadsheet, a database of who are the local hubs, and you're diligent about staying in touch. You can just have literally a Rolodex of just hubs, and just every day, reach, cycle through, reach out, stay in touch. Oh my gosh, local stuff. There's so much you can do locally. Posters, I mean, of course, can work great. You can do, you could do this. There's a woman who sold cloth diapers. Now she said, well, all this you're talking about doing workshops and public speaking, nobody wants to come to a workshop about cloth diapers. I said, why? Because you already use them, or you think they're fucking disgusting and you're not ever gonna, so you're not gonna go to a workshop about this thing. I said, okay, but they might go to a workshop about natural parenting. And then you invite a lactation specialist, a doula, midwife, infant massage person, how to feed your baby healthy organic food, and you sneak diapers in there. I mean, you can be a hippie. You can be a hippie and be sneaky. It's all right. But you see what I'm saying? You can partner. You could come together and say, we're all going to work on a presentation or a day together on this theme for this community. And everybody promotes it. That's the deal. If you're going to present, you have to promote. And if you don't promote, you are not invited back. You just got to. It's got to be a win-win-win. So you could do that. You can host things in tandem. You could do co-promotions locally. This happens all the time. As soon as you start to track it, you're like, oh my God, there's all these partnerships happening all the time. But we just have to get curious about what those are. And as you do it, it starts to build the community tighter, If you take a leadership role in that, whatever scene you're a part of, you will just instantly, your status goes up. You move much closer to being at the hot level because now all the hubs know you. Yeah, there's so much. There's more I could say about local. Does that help at all? I can't remember who asked. Yeah. Yes, okay.